Hi guys, it's Jamie here, and this is the Junk Journal Challenge, day 11. The prompt is favourite supply. I think I've had a simple idea. As we know, my simple ideas seem to take hours, but what I've got together here is some Arteza pouring acrylics. This isn't deliberate. If I had proper acrylics, I'd probably use them. But these are the only ones I've got. These are the colours I have. I have titanium white, forest green, silver grey, sea green, and Falfo blue, the traditional blue. No idea how you pronounce that. Yeah, anyway, that blue. So what I thought I would do is just create a background. My brushes are basically clean, but also very, very wet, which I don't necessarily want. I've no idea how I'm going to create this background. I'm just going to give it a go. I did also think that maybe I could mix some paints on here, just in case everything was a bit too much. I kind of quite like the darkness of this though. We'll just see what happens when this is watercolour paper. As usual, I've torn it out of the book and just going to stick it in afterwards because I just find it easier to work this way. Yes, it's making my art journal a little bit on the podgy side. I'm not really sure about colour theory, as you might be aware if you have been watching my previous videos. I am just going to lay a load of blues and greens down and probably get covered in paint. Oops, getting fingerprints over everything. Would help if I just masking tape this down really, and then I wouldn't have to hold it. That would be an idea. I will do that next time. I was going to mix it on here and now I'm just mix it on the paper because why not? I want to knock a bit of this colour off and come into this colour. I think this one's pretty. And then maybe this colour with a bit of white. Probably should have used more of this. I think I'm preferring the sea green to the blues. You know, for a quick idea, it's already taken far too long. That's the idea of the background. And now it's the usual dry time. I keep doing paintings, which really is the slowest process for this. But let's let that dry. I'll watch a bit of YouTube. I'll be back with you in a minute. Oh, do you like the new ring? Stole it off my middle daughter today because I thought it was kind of cute. More or less dry, pretty quick. Sticking with the idea of using scrap in the junk journal or to create the junk journal. Mine has ended up being an art journal. Somehow the non-artist has decided to create an art journal. I'm just going to see what happens if I do this. And if this doesn't work, we scrap this video and we start again with a different idea. Let's just see what happens if we use this a bit like an ink pad. Does it do anything or not? Oh yes. Let's do another little layer of that. I don't mind if they overlap or they don't overlap or they're not evenly printed. That's okay. What else do we want to do? Probably change the colour up a bit. I did like this colour, didn't I? But possibly with, I don't know. Let's just try piling this one. I don't even know if I'm in shot now. To be fair, I keep going out of shot on these videos. I'm sorry if I've just gone out of shot. I did initially, to try and be a bit more professional, have places marked up and then didn't end up. Oh, that's made a smodgy mess. Okay, maybe that's not the best idea. Who knows? Let's try a clean piece. Wrap that round to vaguely try and protect my fingers. If this doesn't work out, just do it again. Try something new. On. See what happens. I think I prefer the lighter one, but that's okay. I'm not sure whether I need to like bring this up a bit into this. Quite what I need to do because it's very two-tone at the moment, isn't it? We go from very dark to a sort of greeny white colour. Probably need a new bit of that, that's okay. Bubble wrap is always in plentiful supply. Did anyone else used to just sit here and pop these? I'm sure loads of people have done that. It's actually awesome fun. That's a nice colour. Like I say, I have no idea what I'm doing now. I'm just doing it. Oh, that made a big mess. We will convert this into something, I promise. I don't know what though. Let's get a bit more of this. And just a little bit. Because I really like this colour and I feel like I've lost a bit of it. Okay. I'm going to let this dry and then decide... Oh, look at my hands. And then decide what I'm going to do with this background. And we're back. I do love the fact they dry quite fast. I'm not sure my skill is up to my original concept. I'm not even sure it's up to my second concept. And I'm certainly going to cheat and use stencils. And it's just what will actually work and what won't work. So let's get some of this down here and just see. Ooh, yeah, I know. Probably should not use paint on these babies. I'm going to go with different sizes. I don't even know how many of these would look good. Probably not too many. Got a big one. Should I do a big one in the corner? Got a diddy one. Yeah, let's try a diddy one. Ooh, looks a little bit like a love heart, but okay. Should I try layering on different colours or hit the gel pens? What shall I do? Quite like that. Maybe I'll go back to the original idea. What are we going to do now? Charlie, that's really not very helpful. You having a dream in the middle of me trying to do something artistic. You sound like you've got hiccups. I'm just mixing up some of this. Let's just see what happens if we do it lightly. Don't want to fill it in too much, just like a little bit. Oh, that's nice. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Ooh, probably should get the stencil back out for the smaller ones. Maybe we should go with the dark blue. I say maybe a lot in these videos. I had noticed that. I have been trying to edit out all my maybes, but probably quite unsuccessfully. Is that a nice blue? Now we've got to try and line things up, of course. Awesome. Do like a challenge. That didn't really work. Yeah, I think this is all getting too similar to the background. I'm back with cerise pink, coral and carnation pink. I'm going to start with the lightest colour, and I'm going to have to tear it apart, of course, because I haven't used it. That is the sort of pink I would never wear. If this doesn't work, it's okay. I might need to get colours out kind of fairly instantly. Let's just see what we can do with a slightly darker colour. I may need to come in with, let's see, if has this one been opened yet? Yes. I may need to come in with some gel pens at some point. I'm just trying to get some shading in here. But I should probably wait for things to dry and not be quite so impatient. That's a bit dark. Let's mix that in a bit light, I mean. Why do I always end up painting when I can't paint? What am I doing with this? I have zero idea. It's different. I don't like this one. I wonder if I can get rid of that, or whether that's just now I'll turn it weird. Maybe I can. Maybe I can get rid of that. I quite like this one though. Very delicate operation this. I can see the gel pens definitely coming out in a minute when this has dried up a bit. I will explain what this bizarre process has to do with favourite supply. My favourite supply is water. Essential to life. Should be drinking lots of it. I don't, but you should be. I like to swim. I love the sea, especially tropical seas. I think waterfalls are the most stunning thing ever. I like rivers. So water, I'm not a water sign in case anyone's wondering, is a big feature for me in what I like. And it's essential, so I thought it would qualify as favourite supply. And that is basically what this is supposedly representing. And in case you weren't sure, these are jellyfish. In case you weren't sure. This one's less jellyfish-like than this one, but I think when I get the gel pens on this and do a bit of reshaping and highlighting, hopefully they will look a bit more like jellyfish. At the moment they're circles with tendrils, which is what jellyfish are really. Obviously I've got some pink through here now, so when that's dried up I will try to get some blue or something through that. I'm debating getting one more like diddly little jellyfish here. The other circles could be, well, almost anything you want really. Air bubbles. I might stick some coral in so it's a bit more convincing. Baby jellyfish. I will work on some detail for baby jellyfish as well, because he's looking a bit non-jellyfish like, and this is way too circular, but I'll sort him out somehow with some lines when he's dried. And then maybe we just need to put some punchy coral in. I might go with a gold, which I know is not a typical coral colour, but I do like a bit of bling. And let's just see if we can, I mean, what does coral do? It depends how big it is, doesn't it? But we could do a bit of wobbly coral. It's very see-through coral, this. Just sort of loosely draw some coral, maybe. I don't know. Not really sure. Could be about to ruin it. Again, it might just be lines I follow with gel pens to create a coral type. I mean, they're basically trees, aren't they? They're underwater trees. I shouldn't have done that. Unfortunately, if I go to attack that now, of course, I will turn it kind of green, probably. Let's just see if I can get it up a bit. What can I do? I don't want to turn it green, but ooh, that was a bad move. Oh, baby wipe, baby wipe. Where's a baby wipe? Would a baby wipe help, or am I just adding to my misery now? I don't dislike this. This could actually be some kind of almost sea urchin. I know, I'm taking it maybe a little bit too far to imagine that as a sea urchin. Could be the sun coming down from the... Oh yeah, actually it could be, couldn't it? Could be sun rays coming through the sea. Yes, now maybe if we kind of said, that's sun rays, that would work. Let's continue with jellyfish. and see what we can achieve with some gel pens. Haha, the old gel pens. Because we love the gel pens. You can smudge gel pens. Who knew? Who knew? Because obviously if I don't like the gel pen look, then the next stage, as you know, is the oil pastels. But you can smudge gel pens. Okay, I haven't got many colours in gel pens. I'm going to feel pretty limited now because this is the one that I'm not overly happy with. And I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get this one to be more jellyfish-like with the sort of colours I have here, but maybe I can sort of start to bring these legs down. What would you call them? They're not really legs, are they? They're whatever you'd call them. And then this one's really, really pale, but I don't really have a pale, so maybe this one is a white kind of jelly, you know, one of those more see-through ones. Oops. Ooh, it's just carving through that blue. It's probably not quite dry enough, just a touch. Luckily it's not working that well because I think I just damaged them all most of the time. So I can't at the moment overdo this because it's actually genuinely not working that well. How are we doing? Okay, it's sort of jellyfish. Now this obviously I'm not happy with, but then what can I do? Can I create some kind of, not sea urchin, but some kind of thing? Yes-ish. Kind of like those with a bit of punch to them. They feel more bubble-like, at least, if nothing else. Well, these ones do, which of course is also water. There probably should be a bit of blue through that, but I don't know if I've got a light enough blue to put through that won't then wreck it. Oh yeah. This one obviously is a bit of a pity, but I'm not sure that I can do much about that. Bring that down. Will that fade out the gold a bit? See, I always take these daft risks, and then I'm never keen on the results. I'm wondering if you can, slightly worryingly, with my wandering thinking, get a bit of this. I know, probably slightly mad, but can you create that light breaking through the sea thing with some kind of, I don't know, dragging motion that way? Blue, which blue did I use? I probably used a variety of blues. Pour a bit of that down. Probably about to turn something green now. Cover that pink. That pink's really annoying me. I don't know why. There's sun rays you get coming through the top of the sea. When it's going light to dark, it's probably just a bit too pale there. Just put a bit of that down. It's like panic stations now. Because if I do it too much, or too little or whatever, it's like turn things green, doesn't really work. I can come back in and get those circles back on, that's not an issue. I'm putting this on with a baby wipe of all things. Doesn't the sunlight come in like that a bit? Ooh. That. And it streaks down somehow into the sea. It sort of has the odd that way. like that. Not as obviously, I don't suppose. Let's have a look. We're still looking sea-like. Not really. Oh, it's okay. That's not my favourite. Got these bubbles, haven't we still? They're here. Although I'm wrecking, I don't know how many gel pens, you're getting the sort of transparency of those bubbles, aren't you? The bubbles are working out okay, I think. It's more like that side. I know, I'm even doing light and shade now. I've got a bit of gold that I'd rather not have, so you could either tear the painting up or leave it be. Let's just do it. Okay, and then I think you could get an ink pad and just ink the edges. My fingers, honestly. I think that worked. I think cutting off a portion of the bit that kind of went wrong, even though there is still some gold in here, has worked. It's brought the jellyfish more into the central part of the picture. You've got the bubbles. I like the fact that some are more transparent than others. You've got the jellyfish. It represents water. Water is my favourite supply. That's day 11. Complete. Thank you for being here. If you enjoyed watching me tear up bits of paper and decide that only half the picture or 2/3 of the picture was good enough to go into the journal, then please like, subscribe, follow, comment, do all the nice things for this video. That would be highly appreciated, and I will see you next time.